All right, good morning, team leaders, or good afternoon. So I just got out of church with Kathy. I'm a little bit late sending you this video today to give you guys some points on for when you talk to your team. First, I just wanted to say a great job yesterday motivating the girls and getting PRs. I believe the final number of PRs from you guys was over 20 for sure. And I think from our new class, we set another handful of people, 15 to 20 plus. Today, the girls are in again. So make sure that you contact your receptionist to get them excited for the day. And if there's any other people from your Facebook post yesterday that you haven't sent to them, make sure that you do that. Also, second reminder is Tuesday, we have the meeting at City Center from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. is the leadership session. And then from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. we have Alliance Boot Camp. So you definitely, it's actually going to be from 11 to 1 instead. And then from 2 to 7, we have the 10K Alliance Boot Camp. So just make sure that you're getting there on time. And more importantly, make sure that you have a demo afterwards, okay? Now, today, the biggest focus right now, today being Sunday, is making sure that we're getting loaded up to have a magical Monday tomorrow. So let me go ahead and share my screen here real quick with you guys. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So here on my screen, and there we go. Present. Okay. Cool. So I'm pretty sure you can see my screen. So here I typed out what the PDI and the key points are, for you guys today when you're talking to your teams. So on the first thing, I gave you like a little script here. Just say, hey, how's it going? Remember to always, build rapport and catch up with your people. Ask them how their Sunday morning has been so far. And then say, all right, so quick update. We're 1.5 weeks away from the biggest 2 weeks of the year. So, Mary Lou decided to split us up into teams and create some fun competition within the office. Our goal as a team is to sell $2,000, or you could even, pick the amount of kaka that you want, for them to sell by tomorrow night. But a good focus would be at least, 2 to 3 grand by tomorrow night, from your team. And, blank amount of Cutco next week, and anything you can do to help will make a huge impact. What time will you be stopping by today to turn your paycheck paperwork? So just make sure that you're getting them to the office today so they can come in. We can check their skills. I can get their schedules for the week, and we can make sure that they're ready to go for tomorrow. So second thing is, if for whatever reason you're not going to be there at the same time as them, you want to make sure you get their plan for the week, as it says on there. And where it says to make sure to take note of their work days and enter it on Web PDI, all of you have already accessed that system. So I just want to go ahead and show you where exactly it is that you put the goals. So this here is Web PDI. And if you go up here to the top section where it says teams, do me a favor. This is going to help me a ton. If you guys can go to the bottom right-hand side and you click forward 1 week, okay, you're going to see we have projections. We don't have any projections for anybody for the next week. If you guys can actually go in there and fill in your goals, that'd be awesome, and it'll help me out a ton, even though I already know when you're working from your green sheets. If you could enter it for me, that'd be good. So let's say, we're looking at Adrian's, schedule for this next week. Notice this is Tuesday the 12th. DG stands for demo goal. D stands for demos. S is sales. Then how many sales they had. CPO. R is recommendations. And then you'll put that for each day. So let's say Adrian wanted to have 4 demos tomorrow, but he only had 2. Then I'd put 4 on the DG column and then 2 on the demo column. By doing this, it'll help you hold people accountable to their goals, because let's say later on this week on a Friday, if Adrian wanted to have 4 demos, but he only had 3, then I know on Thursday I need to give him a call to make sure that he has a plan to get booked up for the week. So make sure that you have all your team's goals entered into Web PDI by tonight. And for whatever reason you can't do the PDI today, like I mentioned, just make sure that you're communicating with me in Austin so we can call your team for you. So you're going to put all their next week's goals. And then as far as this week is concerned, what I'd like to see on Web PDI is if you go to your team, putting what their demo goal is for tomorrow. So something that you can say if they weren't planning on working tomorrow is, hey, I know you weren't planning on working tomorrow. However, we're super behind for our goal for the week. So is there any way you can squeeze in 1 or 2 more? Or you could even throw it on their goals and say, I know you wanted to do, I don't know, sell $1,000 this week, and you're only at, $100. And I know you weren't planning on working on Monday, but I wouldn't be a good coach if I didn't hold you accountable to your goals. Is there any way we can find, 1 or 2 more demos tomorrow to make sure you hit your goal? And just ask them if they can work tomorrow so we can finish the week strong. So for next week, when they give you their goals, count up the number of demos that they're able to do for the week, and tell them how much they're projected to sell, and enter that projection into Web PDI, which is going to go in this column here where it says CPO. Okay, so by the end of the day, I should see goals in the system as well as their CPO goal for the week. So generally, the metric you want to use is every 7 demos equals $1,000. So if they're doing 14 plus appointments, then it'd be $2,000. As long as they're booked up and seeing the right people, of course. So the next thing you'd say is where it says here, awesome, that means you're projected to sell blank. So what's the plan to get booked up? And then it says take note. So once you get the time that they're going to make phone calls, you'll come back to Web PDI over here. And let's say, again, it was Adrian. When you click that green plus button, by the way, this lets you do it on the app as well. It's just easier if you're in front of a computer. Then you're going to go to, let's say he was going to phone jam today, tomorrow, Sunday. Then I would put this little, when you click this, it changes little icons. For phone jams, we always use fire. So I'll put PJ stands for phone jam, and let's say he was phone jamming today at the office at 4:30. Then I'd enter that into the system, and later on, if I wanted to see everybody that was phone jamming today, if you click that little snapshot button, I can click the fire, and it'll show me everybody that's phone jamming for today. Okay. The second thing that you'll enter in this section on Web PDI is these green check marks. So these green check marks are demos. So I know that today JD has he has a demo at 2. So I'll go to Sunday, I'll put the green check mark, I'll put the number 2, I'll click enter. And now if you want to see, who on your team has demos for today, you'd open the snapshot, you click the check mark, and now you can see everybody that has a demo. So it's super convenient to use PDI for your small team management, and it's especially important for me so I can see where it is exactly that we're at for the week. And every time people close a sale, you always go to CPO, and even if you don't know the exact CPO, just like put a guesstimated number for CPO, usually like round down, put a lesser number than what you think it is. That way I can calculate the sales week properly. So you'll enter that where it says CPO. And then I don't always track, how many sales they had or the recommendations, but I think that is definitely important to see how your people are doing with their recommendations. So, okay, once you get their schedule, then you say, sweet, we'll see you at the office later today, then at blank time. And if for whatever reason at all, they cannot come in today, go look at the PDI philosophy packet that I gave you guys, and it says what to do if somebody can't make an event, and handle it that way, and then schedule them to come in sometime tomorrow for 1 hour. The office will be open early from 8 a.m. And I would probably say the last I'd want to have like a PC or Sunday phone jam with somebody at the office would probably be like 7 p.m. just because at the end of the day we're closing out. There's an interview coming in, so it gets pretty busy. So between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. and then also enter that into Web PDI. The next thing is set them up for a field training with you. Which is super, super important. Shout out to JD, who has one of his personal PRs that's on his team, going on a field training with him today, and then he's going reverse field training with her afterwards. So set them up for a field training with you, and if you don't have demos to get them set up for a field training with you on, then you need to make phone calls and get some demos. And then on the last part over here, as we said 2 days ago, you always want to end the call with asking them to give you some more PRs. So it says there, as you can see, our group me is blowing up. I'm super excited to have the biggest, team within West Houston. And you can build up, whatever team vision it is or whatever you're excited about for your team. We're going to sell the most anybody's ever sold on team cash dispensers, whatever it is. And then you say, my goal is to set, more friends for interviews today than the other teams in our office. Can you send me 1 or 3 more names and numbers of friends that I can call? And if they're like, oh, I already gave you all my people, you can say, we haven't been able to reach everybody, and encourage them to put up an Instagram post, Snapchat, Facebook, the same way we walked through it the other day. Just give them a story. Be like, hey, I was in the office the other day. I threw a Snapchat up, and like 5 minutes later, I had X amount of people responding back. And then as you collect those numbers, make sure you send them to your receptionist because they are in today. Last and final thing is we need to start promoting SC2 now. So anytime that you're talking with your people, how do I stop this screen share? So anytime, there we go. So anytime you're talking with your people today over PDI, when they call you from a demo, give you results or anything at all, just keep building up how excited you are that the Super Bowl, starting SC2 starting the 19th of July. And I'd be talking to your people now how they can get their seat reserved for SC2. And it's a very simple promotion, and all of you can, speak from personal experience. I actually just went to the SC1, the playoffs contest, and that conference was amazing. Tell them all the awesome things you learned there, and then say that you heard, SC2 is even bigger and better, and you'd be super excited, for them if they were able to get a seat confirmed. So just continue to talk about SC2 when you're talking to them and get their PR. So I guess the main points of that is making sure that we're having a Magic Monday and getting them booked up. And the second thing is making sure that they're getting their PRs. Third is SC2. And last but not least is you guys, making sure that all of you are on the newsletter for this week as well. So I know that yesterday we had some people dropped some orders. Miguel is on the newsletter, so nice job, Miguel. We also have, let's see here, Joe on the newsletter, over $1,900. We also have, let's see here. So we have Joe on the newsletter, over $1,900. We have Matthew Lintner, over $1,300 for the week. Miguel, over $1,100 for the week. John Boss, over $1,000 for the week. We also have some of you that are just shy. JD, I'm not sure if all your stuff is on Rolo, but you're at over $500 for the week. And we have John Austin with an order in, Charles with an order in, Austin with an order in, and Pate with an order in. So it looks like we definitely have some work to do. I know for most of you, today's your work day and tomorrow's your work day, but you guys are the most important people on the team. Just remember that you're going to make up 80% of our sales week. So as much fun as it is to run a mini team, the best way that you can be a great team leader is by leading by example. So, Adrian, we need to make sure that we're getting demos booked up so you can hit the newsletter for the week. Anthony, Austin should be hitting the newsletter. Today I know he has a service call. Barbara, I know you're out for orientation, but see if there's anyone you can call and get any last minute orders so you can at least have something on the boards. Cameron, same thing. We need to make sure that we are getting, on the newsletter. I think you told me you had a $500 order that you still need to put in. Carlos, seeing whatever you can do from College Station. Charles, I know you have some demos lined up, and JD, today's your demo day. John Boss, you're already on the newsletter, so let's see how high we can take it. I know your goal this week was to hit Dirty 30, and you hit it last night. But now everything that you're selling is at 30%. So tomorrow you can do 4 demos, drop another $1,000, and make an extra $300 on this next paycheck. John Austin, I know we spoke about getting on consistency every single week, so you can hit 52 weeks in a row. So let's make sure we get your demos booked up for tomorrow, and I believe you already have a few. Joe, nice job. Make sure you rock your demos tomorrow. Malik as well. Making sure that we are officially booked up for tomorrow, no maybe appointments. And then Lintner, let's make sure that your schedule tomorrow allows you to do 1 to 2 more demos to see how we can take the week. And Miguel, I'm pretty sure yesterday was your work day. Today you're out with friends, so enjoy. And then Monday is your call day. But if there's any way you can get a couple more orders just to help the team, that'd be awesome. And Pate, I know you have your demos on Monday, so let's just make sure we rock those. Stacy, I know you're booked up today. And Zyla, I know you're in the office, and then Zach is out of town. So all of you have a potential to hit the newsletter, minus just 1 or 2 of you, because you're in the office with me all day tomorrow. But let's make sure that we're leading by example. So the document will be in your email in the next 2 minutes here. I'm just going to send it while I'm on the phone with you, on live stream with you. Cool. So this should be in your email right now, and let me know when you've received it. So I know everybody got it. I know last week not all of you got my documents. Anyway, I will call you guys in the next 15 minutes to get your personal update for the week. So make sure you pick up the phone. All right, bye.